What would you do if someone told you they had an abortion, then 2 years later reached out and said, you have a son? On this episode of Wins and Lessons, in this raw and powerful conversation, we sit down with Kofa, who shares how he uncovered the truth, why his ex came forward after lying, and what it means to fight for a child you never knew you had.
You have to love your child more than you hate the mother.
This is a story about betrayal, manhood, fatherhood, and rising to the moment, even when it comes years too late. On Wins and Lessons, we believe there are no losses in life, only the moments that shape who you're meant to become.
It was hard to tell. Been winning on a daily, feel like I'm under a spell. I ain't stressing about no loss, I know every.
On this episode of the Wins and Lessons podcast, I am joined by Kofa. Kofa is the CEO, COO of Growth Talk Entertainment, which is an acronym for Gentlemen Reaching Out Wealth Through Healing. And also, what is your tagline for Growth Talk Entertainment?
We help men find a positive fuck it.
And why did you start Growth Talk Entertainment before we get into the whole meat and potatoes to today's conversation?
Just seeing the conversations that people were having online with relationships, I just felt like there was a gap in there of honesty on both sides, whether it was for the men, the women. Again, been through ups and downs, relationships, personal life. So I just wanted to bring something different to the table. Like I said, I saw a gap, and I figured I can fill it. Because there's a lot of guys that, I mean, you've seen the reports about all the depression in men and stuff. And certain guys aren't really depressed, they're down, they just don't know a way out.
Gotcha, yeah.
So that's where I came up with the finding a positive fuck it. Something bad habit, fuck it. You got to figure out a way around it either way. So
yeah, that's dope. And your content, I love the content, love what you're doing on social medias. And love the live streams. I love the Allah Akbars that you be dropping on there on your live streams. But we want to talk about a serious topic. You found out that you have a 2-year-old son through a DM.
Yep.
Through a DM. And when you found this out, so just let's go through the whole motions of how we got there, how you get there, like how you find out about having a 2-year-old son.
So my now son's mother was previously an ex I had off and on. So everybody has that one where you kind of go back, see if you can rekindle again. Yeah. We did this off and on 3-4 different times over the span of like 20 years. It's like we'll be together a few months, nothing's changed. It'll be 3 to 5 year gaps in between when we would try again. I've known her since college. Real bad breakup in 2021. And this was, after we found out she was pregnant. But I just saw that she wasn't ever going to change. Like this was her. Yeah. So couldn't do it. We broke up. I kept reaching out about, hey, I still want to be there for the baby. I mean, you've seen the text messages, you saw the messages and stuff like that. I have receipts, people. Where I was actually trying to make an effort to still be there for her during the pregnancy and after, especially for the child. Long story short, she pretty much ghosted me for like 6 months. Yeah. 4 to 6 months. It was like September when we broke up in 2021. She didn't respond to any of my messages until January of 2022. Essentially told me to kick rocks, don't ever contact her again. She chose to terminate the baby rather than spend 18 years of co-parenting with me. So I had to go through those emotions again because I had already been through something like that years before in another relationship where she actually did terminate the baby. Yeah. So
you had like to go through the process of mourning your child. And like, damn. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you actually picked out a name and everything.
Yeah, I had picked out, because in this, we had that discussion because she had 2 boys. Yeah. And I was close with her boys. She was close with my daughter. And we initially had said that she didn't want any more kids. I didn't want any more kids. Yeah. But all it takes is one time, right? So in that first night of rekindling, your boy soldiers march. So, she was pregnant or whatever. So scared, but at the same time excited, like to the point we ordered one of those gender reveal tests. It's similar to a pregnancy test, but we ordered one off Amazon.
They got those?
Yeah. So if the lines come back blue, it's a boy. Because, it's supposed to test whatever chemicals or whatever is in her body. If it comes back pink, it's a girl. Came back pink, we thought it was a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So I had picked out a name for a girl, and she had a history of miscarriages.
Mm.
So I wanted to give my baby a chance.
Yeah.
So I found I want to say it was a Yoruba name from Africa, and we were going to name her Chadira when we thought it was a girl.
Yeah.
And Chadira means once God speaks, it can't be undone.
Mm.
I just wanted to give my baby a chance.
Yeah.
So, like I said, went through that part of the breakup. She's not responding. Finally responds. I terminated the pregnancy. Don't ever contact me again.
Damn.
So again, I reverted back to the previous relationship.
Yeah.
Going through those emotions again, because again, I'm going through this gap of what's going on with the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Then it was like those emotions of, damn, I'm not going to be a dad again.
Mm-hmm.
So,
damn, that's heartbreaking, man. And so now, I guess, fast forward, when she reached out to you, how did that come about, and why did she reach out to you to let you know that you did possibly have another son or have a child?
Fast forward, and mind you, this is 2021. She's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Top of 2022 tells me never contact again. She terminated pregnancy. So after I go through those emotions, I'm talking 2022, 2023. I'm thinking I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
Because from the date of conception, which was around 4th of July, 2021, I got snipped at the end of July. So my son that's here now,
yeah,
he beat me by like 3 weeks.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she hits me up a little over a year now, and a week almost to today on April 3rd. She hits me up on IG. Essentially, she lost custody or contact with all the kids. The police took them. The system took them.
That's crazy.
For abuse.
So she was abusing the kids?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what happened, the way she presented it to me on IG was basically, first she sent me some pictures. The first sentence she sends me in the DM is, I was going to take this secret to my grave, but.
And she sent you a picture of your son.
Then she sends another picture and proceeds with her older two boys are hurting the baby. That's how she lost them. Pretty much everything that she did to the older boys, because she actually hurt the older boys. Everything she did to them, when she messaged me, she said the boys were doing to their brother. So fast forward, the older one is, because she's a nurse, so she would leave him at the house at night when she was working overnight.
Yeah.
And what really happened when I found out, when I got a hold of the police report, just going through the whole thing, we can, backtrack and we can walk that down. But she leaves them at home. The older boys make my son a cup of noodles. Of course, they're 7, 8 at the time. They don't know the noodles.
At home alone?
Yeah.
Damn.
Noodles scalding hot. My son's 1 at the time, spills the noodles, burns his upper thigh to the point that it's blistering. He still has the scar on his upper thigh. So they're calling her at work. She doesn't come home. I guess by the time she comes home, it's blistering. So to make them feel like their brother felt being burned, I don't know if she held him down, tied him down, I don't know what, but she burns them with the tip of incense, like up and down their arms.
So she burned
the older
two boys with incense.
Yeah.
Damn, and that's in the police report.
Yeah.
Damn, and so did she do any abuse to your child?
No, not that I know of.
Okay, but damn.
But there had been other issues, again, as I'm going through the process of actually trying to find out if he's mine. After she told me, I found out that he had already been in foster care. One of the youngest of the older two had been placed in some type of like children's mental institution. Don't know for what. I don't know how all that came about.
Yeah.
But the boys were essentially split up. And my son he just turned 3 a couple of weeks ago. And he's already been in foster care twice.
Damn.
So
what was the emotions when you start finding all this stuff out, like the I guess the burn marks, and she lost a child, or she lost all the kids, and now she reached out to you. Now wait, let's go back a little bit, because you said how you found, I guess you was searching for your son in between Alabama and Georgia.
Yes.
So how was that going about?
So she lives in Jonesboro. You know, I stay over there by the airport in Atlanta. For those that don't know, the area is roughly 30 minutes apart.
Yeah.
So for 2 years, I had a kid out there 30 minutes away from me that I didn't know about.
Wow.
So when she reached out about that, we're going back and forth on IG. I pretty much told her, like, hey, I'm not in a position to take him right now. I don't even know if he's mine. You told me you terminated the pregnancy. Like, I want a blood test. So she tells me, well, go to Clayton County, where she lived at, and get the court to give you a blood test. So I'm thinking somehow, some way, he's still in Georgia.
Yeah.
So I'm tearing up Clayton County, looking, because now, let me back up a little bit. Initially, when she told me, I tried to do a search for the birth certificate. Can't find anything. So I sent that on like a Friday. She messaged me on like a Thursday. I sent the email to Vital Records, searching for the birth certificate on like a Friday.
Yeah.
So I tell my parents, and my mom was like, well, I want to know. I'm like, look, I'm going to go by her mom's house. Because at the time I was working in Alabama. That's why I couldn't take them. And I thought it was in Georgia because I was working in Alabama.
Yeah.
So I tell my parents, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go by her mom's house. Her mom stays like 15 minutes away from my parents.
Okay.
In Alabama, in Montgomery. And my mom was like, well, I want to know. I might be a grandma. I'm going with you. I'm not going to argue with my mom on that. You know, fair point. Cool. So we go over there, knock on the door. Of course, her mom remembers me. I show her the IG messages. I show her the pictures. I ask her, is there any truth to this?
Yeah.
Other grandma, looks me and my mom dead in the face and was like, I don't know whose baby that is. I don't know why my daughter messaged you. I don't know why she's messing with you like this. I only have 2 grandkids. Talking about the older 2 that I knew about. But she never explicitly said this child doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That she had an abortion. So nothing, it just didn't sit right with my spirit. So that's on a Sunday. Monday, I get an email from Vital Records, and they're like, hey, we got to refund you your money because your name's not on the birth certificate. Clicks. Okay, shit, there is a child.
Yeah.
Grandma lied. So now I know, one, there is a child. I'm not on the birth certificate. I asked him, I'm like, well, can you tell me who is? And they was like, no, we can't tell you that. I was like, can you at least tell me if the name that I submitted matches, which is the name that his mom had told me, which was Liam. That's my son's name. His name matched, her name matched. They can't tell me who the father is on the birth certificate. Okay, cool. I'm going to rock with that. You know, for those that don't know, I'm a paralegal by trade. I've been in the military 17 years now. That's what I do.
Yeah.
So I got access to all types of systems. And once I'm on these other military cases or cases that I'm working, like, I'm a dog with a bone. I'm not letting go until we figure out what happened. So I use that for myself. So go to my systems.
Yeah.
I start looking for her to see where she is, trying to see if there's any way I can find a birth certificate, but, you know, HIPAA, of course, so can't find one.
Yeah.
And then something that her mother had said was that after we broke up in 2021, she pretty much turned right back around and got married to this dude up in Minnesota. So
Minnesota?
Yeah. So,
damn.
Because she was a traveling nurse.
Oh, gotcha.
So
she
had met him up there in Minnesota. So she marries that guy. So I'm like, is it his baby?
Yeah.
But I want to know now because, first of all, her mom already lied.
Yeah.
That there wasn't no, you know, baby, again, in a roundabout way, never explicitly said this child doesn't exist. So now that I find out there is a kid, I go to my systems, I'm looking for him. I go back to the IG message, you need to go look in Clayton County. Okay, cool. So I'm looking in Clayton County. At the same time, I found her ex-husband and I started texting him. Yeah. Again, my military systems that I have access to.
Ex-husband, the one that's in Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Gotcha,
so,
okay.
A couple of numbers came up and like basically like it's like a legal people search that I have access to. So I'm not supposed to do that for personal gain. However, serious situation.
Yeah.
So
and you serve for the country.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Get some perks.
Y'all gonna give me something. I'm leaving with something. So I look for him, found a couple of numbers. I text every number like, hey, this is such ex-boyfriend. I know y'all were married. You may not want to talk about her. I need to know. And I sent him the pictures that she sent me.
Yeah.
Is this your son? Because she's telling me he's mine. God never responds. So I just keep doing my thing because I can't have a child out there that might be mine.
Yeah.
It might be in the system, and I don't know what's going on with it.
Right.
So I'm looking in Clayton County, Georgia, and I immediately got a lawyer here in Georgia. So I got frustrated. I went by family services, DFACS, pretty much anything that has to do with family services, those different offices. I went by, I called juvenile. Nobody had any information other than he had been in the system. Nobody could tell me if he was in the system. So now I'm getting scared.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if my son is out there and somebody's doing something to him.
Yeah.
So I got frustrated. I just sent an email blast to went on their public website and emailed the director, the clerk's office, whatever. I CC'd everybody. Like, hey, I'm such and such. This information came to me. I'm looking for my son. Can anybody help?
Yeah.
Gave him the name, gave him the mother's name, all that jazz. So somebody emailed back and was like, if you have an attorney, we can send that attorney your paperwork. I was like, we could send the attorney the paperwork. I said, okay, cool. So I had already CC'd my attorney as well. So when she got the email on the reply all, she said, hey, I'm his attorney. Send the paperwork to me. This all happened in the span of a couple of hours. I sent that email.
Damn.
Yeah, I sent that email 2-3 o'clock on a Friday before I left work. By the time I got home, like I said, sat down, chilled, was out there smoking a cigar, and my attorney emailed me back, was like, hey, this is what they just sent. So come to find out, grandma not only lied about there being a child, when I left, I think she filed the paperwork later on, a week or so later, to get temporary custody of them. Because the mother, grandma, of course grandma doesn't know, mom's pretending like some sperm donor just, the stork just dropped the baby off type of thing. And so I come to find out there's no name on the birth certificate at all, which gave leeway. In Alabama, they call it a child being dependent. Nobody's there. No parental figure is pretty much there to take care of the child. So that's the way grandma was able to backdoor the system because his mother lost him here in Georgia. So when they got to Alabama, temporary custody, where I have, my mom's in Alabama.
Yeah.
Grandma ends up with all three of them. She files the paperwork to get temporary custody.
That's crazy.
So when my lawyer sent that paperwork, that's how I found out that he had been now 15 minutes away from me this whole time in Montgomery. Because at the time I was working in Alabama, I was working in Birmingham, which is an hour and a half away from Montgomery.
Yeah.
But my the military wasn't going to foot the bill for me, give me any extra money to get an apartment in Birmingham. So I was staying with my parents.
Yeah.
Last year in Montgomery, I just ate the bullet and commuted an hour and a half one way.
Saving some bread, but
each way, but burning in gas too. So, but yeah, so my parents and other grandmas stay 15 minutes away from each other. So I went for 2 years not knowing I had a child out there, only being 30 minutes away because his mom wanted to be nasty about it and never tell me anything, to now I just happen to be working in Alabama when all this transpires, and he was 15 minutes down the road from me.
Damn. So now, all that going on, of course you had to do a paternity test.
Yeah.
And the paternity test says 99.99999. I think it was a cannabis line he said that one time.
Yeah.
So all the nines,
and
the child is yours.
Yep.
And when you saw that, what was going through your whole emotional body, the whole experience?
You know what? I mentally prepared myself for it. Because mind you, I first got that IG message, like I said, April 3rd.
Yeah. Didn't
find out he was actually mine until July. So that whole time, again, I had been looking for it. First, is there a child?
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, cool. Find out there is a child. Okay, now I got to find out where he is. Because the same message that I sent to everybody in Georgia, that following Monday, again, this was on a Friday when I found out that he was in Alabama. That following Monday, I did the same thing in Alabama. I sent, matter of fact, that evening, when I got the paperwork, knew he was in Alabama, I turned right back around, sent the same email, pretty much copy and paste, but CC'd everybody in Montgomery that had anything to do with family services.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, I don't think I ever got a reply. So I ended up having to go down to the court in like the government buildings downtown in Montgomery on like that Monday. But I had to sign paperwork. This is for the men out there. If you are a potential father, you have to sign what's called a putative father registry. That's saying you might be a child's father. So what the putative father registry does, it puts your name on, pretty much a parental registry for the men, because again, mama's baby, papa's maybe.
Yeah.
Attaches it to that child. So if anybody tries to adopt that child or the mother tries to leave out the state, you should be notified. You're supposed to be. We all know how the system works.
So now that's for the whole entire country, or just for certain states like Georgia?
I just know Georgia and Alabama do it.
Okay.
So I had already done it in Georgia when I thought he was here in Georgia when I was looking for him. So I did it again in Alabama. So once I found that out, the people had already knew about the case again, of course, because grandma had filed. Yeah. So got in touch with the right people at court. They got me in touch with the guardian ad litem over the kids. So the guardian ad litem, we speak. I'm like, hey, this is a maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I'm looking for this kid. And the pictures he sent, he does look like me. When I first showed, when I first showed him, because she sent me pictures when he was like, I'm assuming like one, roughly. So when I showed my dad the picture, he was like, yeah, that might be us. And so my parents were cool with it, so I just kind of prepared myself mentally. If he does come back, mine, again, he looks just like me. You've seen him. Yeah. But I had to be 100% or 99.9999% sure that he was mine. Yeah. So again, this is from April. I'm doing all this legwork leading up to July. The guardian ad litem is able to go before the judge, tell them I needed to be added to the case. Because again, remember, the grandmother had already filed a temporary order. She had already been granted temporary custody. Yeah. They had another court case coming up on July 31st to pretty much solidify it. So if I didn't do the legwork, or I would have let it go, then I wouldn't have known about the court case, and I couldn't have had my name added. But like I said, I'm a dog with a bone. I kept looking for him. Got in touch with the guardian ad litem. They had me added to the case. Asked the judge for, I forgot the proper term for it, but pretty much an expedited order for a DNA test. Yeah. So I got it. Grandma got it because she had temporary custody, so she had to produce him, bring him to the DNA facility to get tested, and I had to pay for it. Again, more money, fellas. I had to pay, protect your seed. I had to pay for the DNA test, which I didn't care, $200 some dollars. But he walked in, he looked at me, I looked at him, and he hit me with one of my moves. Like he hit me with the eyebrow. Yeah. And I was like, this little joker might be mine. Yeah. I don't know. Because he got a lot of hair. Obviously, I don't have none. And when I had hair, I didn't have good hair. I got some plantation shit. Yeah. I got some plantation shit going on. And but his mom got good hair. I was like, he might be mine. So we do the DNA test. It take about a week to come back. Turns out he's mine. This is right before that court case for July 31st. We go in there, guardian ad litem like, hey, we found dad. He is the father. The child is independent. He's capable of taking care of him pretty much. I walked out of court with my son.
Wow. So when you went into court, who was there? Was the mother there? Was the grandmother there? Was the
no, so that's the thing. When she lost custody, she can't have any contact with them.
Wow.
Like, but wait, it gets worse. Yeah, like one of those, bro. Like as I've gone through, I found so much other paperwork. Again, because I had to keep calling. I'm looking for him, trying to get the police report and really find out what happened. So essentially, she can't have any contact with him right now. Her case is still pending. It was bonded over to Superior Court, and that was I think she was arrested on like March 17th, 18th last year. So it's been over a year.
Yeah.
And her case is still pending, but she can't have any contact with the kids. So the older two are still with their grandmother.
So when you, I guess I remember you saying that you went to the court case and the other two kids were there.
Yeah. So when we went to court that day on 31st, all the boys were there because she had to bring all of them to court because their dad, the older two, is trying to get custody of them as well. So me and him had a chance to talk or whatever because, like, as soon as I walked in, I started hearing these murmurs because, like, grandma's off to the side with all the boys, and I go in there and pick him up. His nose is running. So I'm like, let me take him to the bathroom, clean his nose up. Yeah. So as soon as I walk out with him, I'm hearing, like, it's like something out of a movie or a TV show. I'm hearing
like a Tyler Perry show.
That's his dad. Oh, my God, he looks just like him. That's got to be his dad.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck are all these people, bro? Like, what the fuck? So go to the bathroom, clean him up. He goes over to my parents. My dad picks him up, and my dad is like, it's automatic. They still thick as thieves. But then I started talking with the dad of the other two boys, and he had been telling my mom some stuff, while I was in there with Liam cleaning him up. And essentially, she called baby mama. She calls him when everything goes down to come pick up the boys. Yeah. When the police are getting ready to arrest her or whatever.
That's crazy.
So he's on the first thing smoking out of Montgomery. And pretty much me and him ended up talking. And he tells me, he's like, dog, she called me. I thought I was just going to get my boys. He's like, I didn't even know she had another kid. Because this is her ex-husband, so they haven't talked. Yeah. In years type of thing. And she kind of did the same thing with his boys that she did with me.
It's kind of like
she took him essentially. And he pretty much told me, he was like, bro, when y'all was together and my kids were living, because she lived with me. Yeah. And the boys. She was like, when my boys were up there with you in Atlanta, I didn't even know where my children were. So when she finally called him, when she got caught up, again, I was going to be the last one to know. Yeah. She calls him. He's on the first thing smoking out of Montgomery. He comes up the road. He's like, I get there, and I'm thinking I'm picking up my boys, and it's 3 of them. And the police asked me which kids are mine. And he says, the oldest 2. He said, then my boys looked at me, then they looked at their brother, then they looked back at me, and now I'm looking at him. So he was like, man, I told the police he was mine too. Wow. So
he looked out.
So yeah.
Wow.
Because he was like, if I didn't say anything, they were going to take him and put him in foster care, and like I wasn't going to know how to get in touch with you, and just as a father, I wasn't rocking with that.
So how long you had your son?
Like a month or some change.
Wow.
Like his girlfriend was there. His stepdaughter, his girlfriend's daughter was there at court. Everybody was just like doting. I'm like, oh, he is such a good baby. He didn't give us any problems. This, that, and the third. You got a good son. Like everybody loved him. So, but he shot the police a quick one. He had all 3, brought him back home. He was like, now you got to think, bro, I'm driving down the road. I got to call my old lady. Like, I'm bringing back something extra with him. But they took care of him. He was healthy. No harm came to him that I know of. Yeah. When he was with them. So it worked out in that regard, but he couldn't find me, online, search social media and stuff. Nobody could find me. I was a ghost to everybody. Again, my son's a ghost to me because mom lied and said she had an abortion. Yeah. Which we know now wasn't the truth.
And also, I think you remember you saying that not only that she lied to you about the abortion, she also lied to the ex-husband saying it was his child.
So around the time we had got together, I think his mother had passed. So she was out of town in Montgomery. This was like right before, like a couple of days, maybe a week before she came back up. So I was thinking that he might be the dad.
I gotcha.
This is the previous ex-husband. She's had 2.
I'm talking about the one from Minnesota.
The one from Minnesota, she also lied to him. So the boy's dad was ex-husband from like 10, 12 years ago, like back in probably 2014. Yeah, 10, 12 years ago. Okay. So like 2014. So I didn't know what they had did or didn't do. And he was like, nah, I knew he wasn't mine. Me and Shorty don't rock. Yeah. But the husband in Minnesota, she had convinced him, mind you, it's a white dude. Of course, babies come out real light-skinned. I'm a light-skinned brother myself.
Yeah.
So she had convinced him that he was the father.
Wow.
To the point that after she had my son, he brought his family down from Minnesota to Alabama to come see his son.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which lets me know during that window and during that time frame, plus there was another guy that her mom said also came by claiming that my son was his before I showed up, which is why she lied. That was always her justification.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it was so many men that came by and this, that. So if there's people coming by, that lets me know while you living in my house and I'm taking care of your boys and I'm trying to build this family or whatever, or see what we're going to do. Maybe it's going to work out this time. You know, I'm 43, she's 40, 41. But, you know, close in age, late 30s at the time. So maturity got to kick in some way, somewhere, so I thought.
Yeah.
Not the case. So that means while she's living in my house and I'm taking care of her boys, she fucking at least 2 other dudes. Because there's no way you're not dealing with these dudes in that close proximity to the point you can convince these other men that that's their baby.
Yeah.
Unless that window that we were dealing with each other was the same that they were dealing with her.
Yeah.
So
let's run it back a bit. So during the time that you got back together for the last time, were there any red flags the whole time y'all been together that you could look back now like, damn, I should just left it alone?
Yeah, she used to always say it was one thing when she would complain about work, just little things that we as men have got to stop dismissing. Just pay attention, learn to speak womanese. She would always say, I don't play well with others. But she would say it in the context of work, about people getting on her nerves at work, which, you know, we all got people we don't particularly care for at work. But hindsight 2020, looking back at how many times she would say it, that would always be her phrase. They want me to do this, does not play well with others. And like, as soon as all this kind of, like, when the breakup happened, my mind just reverted back to that.
Damn.
Just like having that on repeat. And then, you know, the attitude, the mouthiness, like I said, as men, we have got to stop ignoring these red flags and just dismissing it as, man, that bitch crazy.
Yeah.
Because she might actually be crazy. Something might actually be off.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, like growing up in New York, I hear it all the time when, you know, one of my boys deal with like not to put a whole group together into this, but like they dealing with a Latina girl.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, she crazy. I'm like, that's not a plus.
Yeah.
That's not a plus. Like, why you accepting that? Yeah, she crazy, though. You know, all the Spanish chicks are crazy. I'm like, that's not a plus. That's not a net positive.
No.
And that's not at all. But, you know, some people just could, you know, adapt to that mindset of thinking that that's normal. And it's not normal.
No, it's not normal.
Yeah.
And I'm a very patient guy. So I was exercising patience.
Yeah.
Again, I've told people before, some of the worst things you can think of happening to an unprotected little black girl happened to her. Not going to go into detail. Use your imagination. Y'all probably could figure that out.
Yeah.
So I was extra patient with her because I knew her history. And it bit me in the ass.
Yeah.
So it's certain red flags to certain levels. Like 1 time, 2 times, you got to cut bait. And I'm at the point now where 1 time and you got to go.
Yeah.
Like we can't, I can't go through that again, especially with my son watching now. I can't let him think that that's okay. Yeah. Because it's not.
And a lot of times we do lead by example, and a lot of times our examples go through that. Like, yeah, that's the way it is, and you shrink yourself just to be in the house.
That's just the way it is, man. That's just how she is, man. You know, that's our flow. You know, all these little cute turns of phrase and colloquialisms we tend to use in black culture, especially, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, you know, the crazy one's got the best cat. And you know what I'm saying? Those type of dumbass sayings. And there's certain cats that's sitting behind the wall because they believe that shit. And they got with the wrong woman, or they not
sitting
here.
in the grave.
Or they not here.
Yeah.
A cell or a cemetery.
Yep. Oh, man. I mean, and sometimes it's both. It could be like the, what's my man name? The rap out here in Atlanta that just got killed by the police.
Yeah.
Was it Little Scooter? Young Scooter?
Yeah.
And got killed by the police because she was on one.
Yeah.
And she called the cops and had a whole SWAT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, she might be sitting down for a while though, but
Yeah.
damn. So what lesson did you get from this? Because this is Wednesday lesson, so you had the whole spilled it all out. Like what lesson came
and I
from
left
this?
out so much. I know we only got so much time, bro.
Might
have to be a part two. Had to be a part two.
Yeah.
But the lesson that I learned is trusting your gut. Because I remember one day in particular, again, it was me, my son's mother, her 2 boys, and my daughter. So 5 people in the house.
Yeah.
My daughter hit 18. She wanted to move back to Alabama with her mom.
Yeah.
Cool. She did. Is one day I'm coming down my steps in the house that I paid for, and it hit me, and it was like, I'm the only motherfucker in my house I'm related to.
Damn.
So if she wanted to flip the boys on me, she could. If she wanted to flip, she could.
Yeah.
I ain't have no backup, right? I'm the head of the household.
Yeah.
So those are big lessons I learned. No cohabitation. Y'all figure out whatever y'all gonna figure out in the course of the relationship, because you already gonna see how that person living when they're by themselves anyway.
Yeah.
You know how you live.
Yeah.
You know what you can adjust to. They know what they can't adjust to. At some point, if you're dealing with that person long enough, you're gonna know whether or not y'all gonna be able to exist under the same roof.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to get all biblical or religious, whatever, but if you're not equally yoked, meaning y'all just not on the same vibe or wavelength or however you want to term it.
Yeah.
So that's a lesson I learned. And in my gut, it was like, because of the past, I was like, I'm almost waiting on the other shoe to drop.
Damn.
And that motherfucker stomped. So
How did the shoe drop? How was it? Like,
what really kicked it off was she had a OBGYN, or, you know, one of the appointments for the pregnancy early on. But her OBGYN, her doctor was in Montgomery. Again, we've been known each other from college.
Yeah.
We both went to college in Montgomery. So it's always been either dealing with each other in Montgomery, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia, which is like an hour away, and Columbus is like an hour away from Atlanta. So it was like this triangle.
Yeah.
We both got family in all those spots. But she had an appointment in Montgomery. We go to Montgomery, and she's like, well, we want to let's go to the Black History Museum. The boys are in homeschool then. We can make it a family thing. All right, bet, cool. There's a restaurant. I bullshit you not. There's a really good Southern soul food restaurant in the museum. But we get there, time was a little bit off. It's almost crunch time. We got to get to this doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
So, no, I really want you to try the food. Okay, cool. We'll do it when we get there. We go through the museum. We have to rush through the museum. I barely got to see anything. And we come out, and I'm like, hey, it's getting close to the doctor's appointment. Do you still want to go to the restaurant?
Yeah.
Like, we can grab the boys something to eat, grab you something to eat, and we'll swing back by the restaurant before we leave. She snaps. Milling me. I wanted to come to the restaurant. I already told you. You already said you was going to take me. Did it like something petty like that?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I'm trying to chalk it up to pregnancy emotions.
Yeah. That's what I would have thought.
This was her all over again. All the arguments, all that shit just flooded back, because now we're in public. The boys are right here. She's going the fuck off in front of the boys. Going the fuck off in the restaurant. And mind you, when we get to the restaurant, it's not like, hey, we can just walk up there and place an order. There's at least 60 people in front of us.
Yeah.
No exaggeration.
60? Wait, 60?
60 people. Because
That's
it's one of
crazy.
those restaurants, like I said, like a Piccadilly.
Yeah.
So when you
Wait, you gotta tell me to pick it. I'm not from the South.
Oh yeah, that's
You
so
can't
like
slip
one of
that
those Southern. You go through the lunch line
Yeah.
and you ask them. You know, you get a meat and 2 sides type of
So it's
restaurants, but you got to go through the line.
Oh, like at school.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But again, the restaurant's very popular. I forgot the name of the restaurant, but it's popular.
Yeah.
Again, because so many people go through the Civil Rights Museum in Montgomery, it's awesome. And when you come out the exit, boom, the restaurant is right there. So now you can have lunch or, you know, before or dinner before the restaurant, before the museum closes, whatever the case.
Yeah, 50
But
people.
I opened there's literally a lady standing in front of the doorway. The door's not even closed. She has the door propped open with her foot, and it's just a line of people up to the counter where you place. It has to at least be 60 people.
That's crazy.
I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm not. So I'm like, we're not going to be able to get in this line, order food, get our order, sit down, eat, get the boys ready, get back in the car, drop them off at your mom's house because she said she didn't want the boys to know that she was pregnant at the time. So we were going to drop them off at her mom's house. Then me and her were going to go to the appointment. She flipped because I asked her, hey, can we let's skip the restaurant, go ahead and drop the boys off. We'll grab them something to eat on the way to your mom's house. Not going to drop them off at Granny's hungry. Run by Chick-fil-A, whatever the case. Grab them something real quick, drop them off. We'll go to the appointment, and then we'll all circle back for the restaurant before they close. She flips. She's in the car flipping, and I'm being patient. Lost my shit too. Cool the fuck out. Blah, 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 blah. And she's just so offended. Oh, you're not going to talk to me like that in front of my boys. I'm like, oh, they're your boys now. She put emphasis on that shit. So we go by her mom's house. Her mom's not there. Apparently she forgot. She said she was going to watch the boys. So now I got a 6 and a 7-year-old in my car. They're being homeschooled. Mind you, they got their little tablets and stuff too. Go to the doctor's appointment. She just hops out the car and walks in. Leaves me and the boys in the car. And I'm thinking, well, she said she didn't want the boys to know. So I stay in the car with a fucking 6 and a 7-year-old. I'm not going to leave them in the car by their damn self. She goes to the appointment, comes out. You are so fucking selfish. What are you talking about? You could have went in there with me. 1, you said you didn't want them to know. 2, I'm not about to leave a 6 or 7-year-old in the goddamn car by themselves. Like, I don't know how long this appointment is going to take. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no, you just hopped to none. And she was like, you would have figured something out. What? So
sorry to laugh at that. That's crazy.
Bruh, like I laugh about it now looking back, like, what the fuck? So we drive all the way back to Atlanta, 2.5 hours from Montgomery. As soon as we get there, she grabs her keys, grabs her purse, storms out the house. I don't know where the fuck she went. Don't know what she did. She just leaves. Doesn't say nothing to me. Doesn't say anything to her boys. To the point the oldest one comes up to me and he's like, imagine you washing dishes. And a kid just comes up and tugs on your shorts. That's literally what he did. Kofa, do we live with you now? Is mama coming back?
Damn.
Because they just witnessed all this shit. She coming back, man. It'll be all right. She'll be back. Let's go ahead and eat. Fed them, got them bathed, got them in the bed. I put myself on the couch that night. I didn't want to look at her. I didn't want to speak to her. Slept on the couch, got up, got dressed for work the next day, went to work. This all happened on, Thursday. Went to work on a Friday, came back. I think she took them back to Montgomery to either one of her babysitter friends or grandma, and she comes back. Still ain't got shit to say to her. I'm fuming. Like when I know my temper is like that, I check myself. But I check myself by shutting that I ain't got shit to say. They don't look at me. So I slept on the couch that night. Again, I'm in the military. I'm in the reserve. So I got drilled the next day. I got to go throw on the uniform, going to the office the next day. She wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, standing over me on the couch. We need to talk. The fuck? It's 3 o'clock. You know I got to be up at 6. Ain't nothing to talk about. Like, that shit wasn't cool. Like, you flip the fuck, like, you doing this shit again. I've never been cussed out so politely in my life, bro. I'm a horrible father. I've always been a horrible father. The streets of Montgomery raised my daughter. I was never there for her. Like, she was hitting my, you know what I'm saying, trying to hit my weak points. But I know I'm a good dad. I don't walk on nobody's water, but I know I'm a damn good dad. If I got anything right, I'm a good fucking father. So she's just throwing all these insults at me, tells me to, kill myself, the world be better off, just all types of fucked up shit. So I just sat there and took it. And that's when I knew I was kind of changing, from who I used to be to who I am now. Because who I am now, I wouldn't have dealt with her. But right there in that moment, I was like, she's never gonna fucking change. She went back upstairs, still talking shit, mumbling and all that. I take my ass to sleep for about 2 more hours, get up, go to work. I text her, I'm like, hey, last night wasn't cool. I need you to be out the house by Wednesday. This was on a Saturday at like 12. She packed up all they shit by 2 and was gone.
Damn.
I have not seen her since that day in 2021.
That's crazy.
She left pregnant. I put her out pregnant.
Yeah.
And before anybody gets in their feelings about that, again, she's a fucking traveling nurse. She could have went back to her mother's house. She owned another house. She was just renting it out to some people. And she had twice the money I had because, again, this was in the middle of COVID as a traveling nurse.
She
was banking. So it wasn't like I just threw out in the fucking street.
Yeah.
But again, that was the best option because years before that, in our mid-20s, we kind of kicked it off. We had already gotten a physical altercation.
Yeah.
And that night in 2021, it was like I was reliving that moment again.
So before we get to that, I want to talk about the physical altercation.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you a question. So getting a DM out of nowhere,
yeah,
having to do all the legwork to find out this is your son, then find out this is your son now. Right now, you in the midst of a custody battle for your son, right?
Yeah, I just filed custody.
Yeah.
In February, Marches. Yeah.
Something like that. But you just now in the midst of a custody battle.
Yeah.
At any point of time that was going on, was there any point in your mind like, I shouldn't even do this? She walked away. Now there's a kid out there. I could just be like, I'm not even like liable or responsible for this child. Was there any point in your mind saying that I shouldn't go through with this?
Initially it was. Because again, I know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Again, having laid eyes on this woman since 2021 and hear this bullshit come out of the blue again.
Yeah.
And she's telling me flat out I was going to take the secret to my grave. She had no intentions on reaching out to me. That's why them other guys showed up.
Yeah.
Before. I was literally the last result. And what happened with that was the 2 oldest boys' father wouldn't give my youngest son back to her. Because he was like, I was there when you was arrested. I know you're not supposed to be around the kids.
Yeah.
You're not finna get me caught up in this shit. I done already lied to the police and got this boy down here with me. So he wouldn't give him back to her. That's what she was calling me, just like thinking I'm just gonna go over there, raise hell, take him, and bring him back to her. That wasn't gonna happen. So with all that, initially I did think about like, you know what, I just need to cut my losses.
Yeah.
I know we're on wins and lessons, but I was gonna cut my losses.
Yeah.
At the time, and I was telling my pops that I was like, Pop, I can't go through this with her again. Like I'm done. It's been 3 years now.
Yeah.
Like I had no intentions of dealing with her ever again in life. So I was gonna sign over my rights if he came back to me, and then I thought about it, and I was like, you know, I can stack him up some bread if he is mine. Have him right when he turned 18. But then I thought about the product of a son I was going to get back. Like, who was I going to get back at 18 after living with her, being raised with her?
Yeah, not to mention none of your input, none of your, nothing you could instill in him. You get him at 18.
Yeah.
You getting a whole total stranger.
Yeah.
You getting a whole,
overall, it was going to be like, damn, how bad could she fuck him up?
Yeah.
Over the next 18 years. And I couldn't do it.
Ain't no amount of money.
I couldn't do it. And like I said, like you said, no amount of money was going to fix the damage she could potentially do to him.
Yeah. And
he had already been through so much. Again, 2 stints in foster care, and you barely scratching 2 years old.
Yeah. Ain't no telling.
Yeah.
Damn.
So like when she reached out to me in like I said, April, he had just turned 2 at the end of March. Damn. He had already been through that.
Like you said, 2 stints in foster care. But there was a line that TJ said to you that I need you to share with us. That's what he said.
Oh. For anybody out there with a situation like this, especially the brothers, you have to love your child more than you hate the mother. That's what kept me going when I talked to TJ, because you're the first person to know. Like you knew before my parents, before any of my day ones. It's important to have day 2s because me and Ron been rocking like 3 years now.
Yeah.
That's my boy. But like just to get it off my chest, literally after she sent me that email, I think I told you like the next day, and you were the first person that I told. Yeah. I remember telling you, I was like, bro, I might be a dad. He was like, what? Like a curious what? Like what? What? was like, yeah, bro, I might be a dad again. So
Not gonna lie, when you sent me the picture, I was like, oh nah,
yeah,
this is yours. But I'm like, you know what? Let it happen organically. You
Yeah.
figure it out. But I knew before you knew.
yeah.
So I saw that picture. Ain't no way,
like
bro.
a fucking oracle.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, and I never denied him. I just wanted to be 100%
Oh yeah.
sure. You know what I'm saying? So that first initial part. I'm running through all that in my head about, maybe I just need to sign over my rights. But I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't know that I had a child out there and I wasn't a part of their life.
Because no karma wouldn't work for you.
No.
Like, Eddie, if you would have done that, your life would have been so fucked up after that.
Yeah.
No, like, come on. It would have been so fucked up.
Yeah.
Then,
Especially knowing.
Yeah.
It's something different in that 2-year window when I literally did not know he existed.
Mm-hmm.
But now that he's in my life, like
Yeah.
I can't do that.
All
Like,
right.
we have to get to the bottom of this.
So, wow. Woo. That's a good way to wrap it up, man. That's a crazy story. Again, Kofa, thank you for coming on.
I appreciate you
it,
having
man.
me,
Appreciate
bro.
you coming here. Oh, man, that was definitely a lesson. It's a win, too, because now you got a whole legacy now.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got a son now. Again, lesson. Biggest one, bro. Listen to your gut, man.
Yeah.
Like real talk, all YouTube and social media psychology and relationship panels and men versus women and all that. Brothers, listen to your gut. Cut a lot of that shit short. Leave as soon as you fucking can. Because again, a woman that can't control her mouth is similar to a man that can't control his hands. And I say that all the time. The way that women speak, it's already been up here and it's already been in here. It's only a matter of time. After she says it, it's going to turn to something physical or picking up the phone and lying and getting a black man killed by the police. Trust your gut, bro. That's the biggest lesson.
Yep. That was a good one. Thank you. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, man.